In March 2018, the Central Board of Secondary Education faced a massive security failure. National exam papers were leaked prior to testing, compromising the evaluations of hundreds of thousands of students. The breach specifically exposed the Class 12 economics paper. As the leaked document circulated nationally, it triggered widespread outrage from students, who suddenly faced the prospect of invalidated results and mandated retests. Faced with a compromised national testing infrastructure, the CBSE initiated a rapid regulatory response, targeting the specific educational institutions entrusted with securing the physical test materials. That investigation leads us directly to the High Court of Delhi and a dispute documented in Writ Petition 6123 of 2018 concerning the immediate disaffiliation of Mother Kazani Convent School. The case presents a highly specific evidentiary conflict. The school possessed unassailable, officially endorsed documentation proving flawless security protocols, yet law enforcement identified this specific campus as the origin point for a catastrophic digital breach. To understand how this happens, we have to dissect the collision between analog compliance protocols and digital forensic realities. We will also look at the exact administrative law mechanisms that empower a regulatory board to bypass standard procedures and execute the immediate disaffiliation of a school. The Mother Kazani case offers a definitive study in modern administrative law, examining what happens when physical compliance is used as a shield against the investigation of a systemic security failure. When the CBSE issued a show-cause notice threatening to strip the school of its affiliation, Mother Kazani Convent School responded with a defense built entirely on physical documentation. The school's primary evidence, the certificate regarding opening of question papers, recorded to sealed exams arrived intact at 9:05 a.m. It logs 10 a.m. as the official unsealing, verified by 4 invigilators, the exam in charge, and an official CBSE observer. The school then provided a secondary layer of defense, the certificate regarding smooth conduct of examination, which corroborates the initial paperwork and again confirms the question paper opening time precisely at 10 a.m. This secondary document carries identical verification. It bears the signatures of the center superintendent, the exam in charge, and once again, the CBSE's own board representative. By relying on these official forms, the school's administration constructed a robust, multi-layered documentary shield. Every required signature was present, and every box was checked. According to the strict rules of analog protocol, the exam materials were completely secure. From their arrival at 9:05 a.m. until their official unsealing at 10 a.m., a leak was impossible on paper. But while the school pointed to its paperwork, the Delhi Police Crime Branch analyzed digital forensics. In May 2018, a Deputy Commissioner of Police investigation report directly contradicted the school's physical timeline. The police concluded the printed economics paper was leaked from Mother Kazani School 1 hour before the exam commenced. The forensics established a precise digital timestamp. Investigators traced the printed question paper to a student who received it via a WhatsApp image from a tuition teacher at exactly 9:15 a.m. Police tracked the leak's origin to 2 teachers employed at the school, Rohit and Rishabh. While school records indicated neither was assigned to invigilation duty, interrogations revealed both actually had access to the examination hall.
The mechanics of the breach required no physical theft. Before the official start time, the teachers used smartphone cameras to capture the exam papers, bypassing physical security instantly. Reviewing this evidence, the CBSE determined that the school administration was fully liable for the breach. The board concluded that allowing unauthorized personnel into the secure room constituted gross negligence by the center superintendent. The digital mobility of a smartphone camera completely bypassed the traditional security safeguards. The officially signed certificates, while physically accurate, failed to capture the substantive reality of the breach occurring right beside them. When an affiliated institution violates regulations, the standard process dictates a warning, a probationary period, or an extended timeline for rectification. These procedures are outlined in Clause 17 of the CBSE affiliation bylaws, governing withdrawal of affiliation. The bylaws list specific infractions, like financial irregularities or poor academic performance, requiring reasonable notice before action. But the CBSE didn't use those. They utilized a highly specific emergency provision, Subclause 11. This subclause is unique. It covers any other misconduct, which explicitly, in the opinion of the board, warrants immediate disaffiliation of the school. This single sentence compresses the procedural timeline, allowing the CBSE to bypass standard notice requirements and move directly to an immediate unilateral termination of affiliation. For an educational institution, losing accreditation overnight effectively destroys its ability to operate. It is the administrative equivalent of corporate capital punishment. Subclause 11 serves as an essential catch-all mechanism. In times of acute systemic crisis, it shifts the regulatory burden. The board doesn't have to prove a long-term enumerated failure. It relies entirely on its own administrative discretion to amputate a compromised node from the network. Facing immediate disaffiliation, Mother Kazani Convent School filed a writ petition in the High Court of Delhi, arguing the CBSE acted precipitately while the police investigation was still ongoing. The High Court was forced to weigh the school's flawless physical paperwork against the digital forensics establishing the 9:15 a.m. WhatsApp leak. Ultimately, the court issued a defining ruling on the nature of administrative power, stating, "Emergency clauses, by their very nature, are, when invoked, substantially resistant to judicial scrutiny." The court explained that deciding whether an emergency exists is a highly fact-based determination. Judges deliberately defer to regulatory bodies in these instances, recognizing that the administrative authority is best positioned to exercise discretion over its own operational crises. The legal calculus was clear. The institutional survival of one specific school could not outweigh the supervening public interest, protecting the systemic integrity of examinations for millions of students. The High Court dismissed the writ petition, upholding the CBSE's discretionary use of the emergency disaffiliation clause. In modern institutional governance, analog paperwork is not an absolute shield. When substantive security fails and a digital vulnerability is exposed, regulatory bodies are intentionally armed with robust, judicially resistant tools. They have the power to act immediately, severing the compromised link to protect the integrity of the whole.